Okay, I'd like to call the meeting of June 26, 2019 to order. The Zoning Board of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial board created by the City of Ames. The board's purpose is to decide on applications for home occupation permits, exceptions and variances to the zoning ordinance, applications for conditional use permits in the floodplain, requests for reasonable accommodation because of a handicap, and appeals of the decision of the zoning enforcement officer. As a board of the city, we welcome all testimony. We make our decisions based on the facts and evidence as allowed under city code and presented in open meeting. Testimony before the board must be given under oath or affirmation. If the proceedings become lengthy, we may ask that the testimony be focused on new facts or evidence not already presented. We ask that you come to the microphone if you wish to speak so that your testimony will be audible and may be recorded. Before speaking, please complete an orange information card and hand it to the recording secretary. When you are testifying, please address your remarks to the board. We also ask that the proceedings be orderly. The Zoning Board of Adjustment is an independent volunteer board of citizens. We are not part of the city administration. We are served in our efforts by Vicki Fielmeyer, Assistant City Attorney, Ray Anderson, City Planner, and Jackie Higgins, Recording Secretary. The order of proceedings for each application will be as follows. First, an oral statement summarizing the issues and procedural steps will be presented by the staff. Second, testimony and evidence will be presented by the applicant. Third, testimony may be heard from any members of the audience who wish to speak in support of or in opposition to the appeal. Next, the board will give the applicant and the city staff an opportunity to present concluding summaries and arguments. And finally, the board will discuss the issues and evidence and come to a decision. The first item on the agenda tonight is approval of the minutes. I have a few corrections, but does anyone else?
I'll see if yours are the ones that I had.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The applicant's name, I believe, has an S-T-R-O-M, like Eloise's, not S-T-R-U-M.
Yeah, on the first case.
Yep, on the first case. So Nicholas Hallstrom. I also wondered if we shouldn't clarify that we reviewed the findings of fact on the first case to discuss and accept how the proposed changes in the conditions still met the findings of fact. We didn't just review the ones that staff gave us, we amended them because we changed the conditions.
Sounds fine.
Okay. And then on the second case, it says that Bradbury made the motion.
That's what I caught.
And I wondered if that was maybe
I think that was Mr. Bowers.
Mr. Bowers. Okay. Yep. Any other corrections? Okay. Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Move to accept the minutes as amended.
And a second?
I'll second it.
Great. So that's a motion. Say your last name for me again. Shapa. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Okay, so the next item is a request for a special use permit to allow a retail use at 2105 Southeast 5th Street that exceeds the maximum of 3,000 square feet of floor area allowed in the general industrial zone. Staff?
Yes, the applicant is requesting this special use permit because there's a provision in the code that allows retail use greater than 3,000 square feet in the general industrial zone if a special use permit is approved by the Zoning Board of Adjustment. You can have up to 3,000 square feet of floor area for retail use in the general industrial zone, without a special use permit. But this applicant is requesting additional space, and so that's why we're here before you this evening. The location proposed for the retail use is on Southeast 5th Street, 2105, where Cycle Force Group LLC is located, shown on the map here on the screen. At this location, this is Southeast 5th Street, This is South Dayton. This is this is Lincoln Way, and then this is Friel Drive. So it's in the eastern part of the community in an industrial area. And the applicant is here this evening. Also, if you have questions for him. Presently, the business that he wants to move to that location is located downtown at 411 Kellogg. It's called Bicycle Plus, which is the retail outlet for the business at Southeast 5th Street, Cycle Force. And he would like to use 6,500 square feet of floor area on the second floor of the building above the office space for this retail use. And the current location has approximately 4,563 square feet of floor area. So it'll be slightly larger than what is downtown today. The site plan for this site that was approved back in 2014 shows 47 parking spaces. And with the uses, including this new retail use, there's 3 different uses. There's warehouse, there's office, and there's retail use. A total of 45 spaces are required, and they've got 47. So there's no need to add additional spaces to accommodate the uses. Also in the zoning code for a special use permit, there are 7 general standards that the board reviews, and staff has looked at those. We have findings of fact and conclusions for each one of those in your report. The first one addresses the land use policy plan, and with our analysis as staff, we believe it's not in conflict with the land use policy plan, and the designation for this site is general industrial. It's also to be designed, constructed, and operated and maintained to be harmonious and appropriate in appearance with the existing and intended character of the general vicinity, and that such a use will not change the essential character of the area in which it is proposed. There are no alterations proposed to the exterior of the building. There's plenty of parking for the retail use, so it will not change the existing appearance nor character of the area. It's not to be hazardous or disturbing to existing or future uses in the same general vicinity. There's really no hazardous aspect to this unless you're looking at the traffic, and the level of traffic would be very minimal for this retail use. It wouldn't be significant as compared to the traffic that's out there today for the industrial uses. It's to be served adequately by essential public facilities, and it is not to create excessive additional requirements at public cost for public facilities or services. It's adequately served by police, fire, water, sanitary sewer, storm sewer, streets, and refuse disposal. And so there will not be any additional public cost for public facilities or services with this retail use. It's not to involve uses, activities, processes, materials, and equipment or conditions of operation that will be detrimental to any person, property, or general welfare by reason of excessive production of traffic, noise, smoke, fumes, glare, or odors. Again, traffic, minimal increase in traffic, not significant, and can be accommodated with the existing street infrastructure, and it should not produce noise and smoke and fumes and glare and odors as some uses might, but this retail use wouldn't have any of those aspects to it. And it's to be consistent with the intent and purpose of the zone in which it is proposed to locate. Again, it's locating in the general industrial zone, and when it exceeds 3,000 square feet, it's kind of a case-by-case assessment of the retail use to determine if you believe it's compatible and suitable with the area and with the individual use. This is a retail outlet for bicycles in a building that assembles the bicycles. So We think it's appropriate in that way and should not have a negative impact on the other industrial uses. And so we believe it's consistent with the intent and purpose of the zone. So our recommendation is that the board approve the special use permit for the operation of a retail bicycle sales use at 2105 Southeast Fifth Street. That includes approximately 6,500 square feet of floor area by adopting the findings and facts and conclusions noted in the staff report.
Any questions for staff? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now it's time for the applicant to speak. And I'll swear you
Hello.
in too. Hello. Do you swear to tell the truth?
I do.
Great.
My name is Niall Nims. I'm the owner of Cycle Force Group and Bicycle Plus, a store downtown. This business has been a bicycle store on and off for over 40 years. My family's owned the building, and we had a bike store there many years ago. When I started Cycle Force on Southeast Fifth, we started the store there again, and we used it primarily as an outlet store where we would sell goods that we were closing out or returned from some of our customers. And those days have passed. We've come to be, we want to be a better store, a higher end store. We have bicycles that sell for $15,000 down to $100. And the reality of it is the economy the way it is. We have customers coming in that want to get a bicycle on a weekend when our offices are closed. We have 200 or 300 bicycles on display, but yet in our facility on Southeast Fifth, we have nearly 50,000 bicycles. We carry 9,500 different SKUs, which is a unique stock keeping unit of both bicycles and parts and accessories. And I just think the best thing for us is that we also have service there. All of our technical people are there. Our salespeople who really know the product are there. And I think for the consumer, we can provide a better opportunity, a better silent buying experience. And we can do a lot better for the community by promoting ourselves within our own building, spending some money advertising and bringing people down there, and turning the existing facility into, I'll rent it out for some other purpose that I think it probably would suit itself better because the parking situations are a little limited on the north side of Main Street as opposed to the south side where you have the parking lot. So that all being said, we'd like to move it. We've been very open, very upfront with Ray and the team. In so much as we already have a showroom there, it's already set up, of which half of it complies to the 3,000 square feet, and it's all automatically, it's just divided by a wall. The other half was storage. So we could have just as well said we're going to use the 3,000 and 3,500 would be existing storage like we've been using it, but I really want to be forthright and say we really want to make a nice presentation here and have more room for our customers and feel very open to any members of any of the boards or the council to come and visit us at any time and know that we're doing the right thing in the area. And the last thing is we have plenty of adequate parking, plus something we didn't talk about is a demonstration area where people can go out and ride a bike without getting on public streets. And I just think it's a good move for us. It probably will cost us in business for a while. So we're not doing this for any business real opportunity other than to consolidate and utilize the space better for our company. So I welcome your questions.
Are there any questions?
I have one quick question. The permit says 6,000 square feet, but the findings and facts said 6,500. I just wasn't sure if there was a,
6,500?
yeah. So it's,
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's 6,500 total.
so 6,500 is what we're,
Yeah, 6,500.
I was just curious.
Okay.
Yes.
Good, thank you.
And so the current use of the 3,500 square feet of storage, so that'll just be opened up for retail then? Is that the plan?
It adjoins the other area by big double doors. And so we're going to put an exercise fitness area in there, and which we also sell fitness equipment. So kind of make a nice gym type area for people to come in and look at a piece of equipment, test it, work out on it
Okay.
primarily.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now it's time for any members of the public wishing to speak. And seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. So board, do you have any other questions for staff or the applicant? Okay.
Nope.
Any concluding remarks from staff?
None unless you have questions.
Okay. Nothing else from the applicant? Okay, great. So if there's no more questions, then I'd entertain a motion.
Approve the special use permit for operation of a retail bicycle sales use at 2105 Southeast Fifth Street. That includes approximately 6,500 square feet of floor area by adopting the findings of facts within our report.
Second?
Second.
Okay, so that's a motion by Perkins, a second by Bowers. Any discussion? Hearing none, we can have a roll call vote.
Yes. Aye.
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 Okay, so the motion is approved. Any person desiring to appeal this decision to a court of record may do so within 30 days of the filing of this decision. All right. Motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn. Yeah.
All in
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have to hit this again?
Yes.
You bet.